We're watching the ongoing weekend work session on Capitol Hill, where Senate clerks are still reading the full text of the 900-plus page Senate Republican version of President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, a key demand from Democrats. It passed a procedural vote late last night after two Republicans joined all Democrats in voting no on advancing the massive bill. Joining us now is the Democratic senator from the Commonwealth of Virginia, Mark Warner. Senator Warner, thank you for coming to the weekend. So, big picture question here. Will Senate Republicans fall in line and vote for this dog of a bill in order to send it to the House?
Well, Jonathan, you know, they do a lot of talk, but it seems like when push comes to shove, they often collapse. And this bill is so god-awful. I mean, it's 16 million Americans off of health insurance. It's millions of Americans losing food assistance. It even cuts food banks, frankly, for tax breaks for the wealthiest. And if you want to just take one big takeaway, this bill would basically take us back to pre-Obamacare days in terms of the percentage of Americans who are uninsured. It would more than double the number of uninsured, for example, in my state. It is awful on every account. It adds $4 trillion to the debt. It cuts clean energy jobs. You can put as much lipstick as you want on this pig, but it is still a pig. And I think they're trying to rush it through because the more Americans hear about it, no matter where you fall on the political agenda, you think this is a pretty damn bad bill.
Senator, I'm curious what you think about how you are watching Thom Tillis go around telling his Republican colleagues with the document, like, this is how bad it's going to be. This is what these Medicaid cuts are going to do to all of our states. You have, in Louisiana, health systems telling the Speaker of the House how bad this is going to be. You have Josh Hawley, who voted yes on the procedure, but saying he'll fight Medicaid cuts if they do come, meaning that he thinks they're going to come. With all of that happening in front of us, how do they talk to you behind closed doors? Why do they feel like they have to support this when they know, and they talk to us on Background as reporters, they talk to our colleagues in that room, those rooms behind me, about how they don't like this bill? What do they tell you about why they're supporting it? And if the only answer is Trump, maybe that's it, but there has to be something deeper.
Well, Eugene, actually, a lot of it just is Trump. And I wish I could say, oh, they're only, talking trash on this bill, but not other things. The amount of stuff I hear from my Republicans around national security items, where they are privately embarrassed at the careless handling of classified information or the overstating of what happened on the bombing raid in Iran. But I've had a bunch of them say to me, Mark, you keep telling us this stuff. And I haven't had one say, Mark, it's like you're our conscience. I don't want to be your damn conscience. I want you to vote your conscience. It has been the most, I've been doing this job for a while, but this last 5 months has been some of the most heartbreaking since I've been doing it, because it just, come on, guys. If this is what you believe, stand up. These jobs are not so valuable that if you happen to put that job on the line, and you do the right thing, you're going to be able to sleep a hell of a lot better.
That